Mr. Chair, good morning. I think, Mr. Chair, we still do not have a quorum. We still lack one more member for us to have a quorum, sir. We're asking Secretariat to contact other members, sir, to join now.
All right. So let's give it a few more minutes. Let's start when completed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, we can now start the meeting, sir.
All right. Let's start with the uh, roll call, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Beats and Awards Committee meeting. Today is April 23, 2024. And for our attendance today, kindly acknowledge once your name is called. For our presiding officer, Attorney Roberto Martinez Buenaventura. Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Members, Captain Florendo Jose Aquino III.
Present. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Engineer Gary M. Jadi. Morning, Sir Gary.
Morning.
We also have representatives from the end users from ANS, ADMS, and CSIS. CSIS, Major General Ricardo Banayat. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Present.
Also in attendance today, Mr. Chair, are members of the Technical Working Group, Back Secretariat, and observers from the COA Resident Auditor, NGO EBJFI, PICE, PCCI, and Internal Audit Service. Sir, 4 of the 7 members of the committee are present today. We do have a quorum, sir.
All right. Considering that we already have a quorum, let's begin the meeting. Let's proceed with the agenda items, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. The first item in our agenda is the preview conference for the supply delivery of meteorological instrument for Catbalogan Airport, bid number 24-017-04 Alpha, amounting to 9,778,798 pesos and 61 centavos an ANS project. ANS, Mr. Chair, is ready to present, and may we request, Mr. Chair, to admit prospective bidders.
Go ahead, please.
Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders, and ANS, you may now go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you, Attorney. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. And to the bidders, welcome to the pre-bid conference for the project supply and delivery of meteorological instrument for Catbalogan Airport. And this is under bid number 24-017-04 Alpha. For the outline of presentation, we'll be discussing the project background and duration, the invitation to bid, the ITB with the corresponding BDS and corresponding SCCs, and then the checklist, and after that, a discussion or clarification regarding the project requirements. As project background, the project requires the supply and delivery of met equipment intended for Catbalogan Airport, and the scope of the project includes the supply and delivery of met sensors, data collection and central processing system, telemetry, a fungible mask, a power source, a dry earth burial cable, and accessories, including its integrated testing and at ANS Technical Center in Manila. The project duration is 180 calendar days. For the invitation to bid, the CAAP through DOTR CAAP MOA dated 2021-02-04 for the site acquisition, procurement, and implementation of various airports, the provision of ANF intends to apply the sum of 9,778,798 and 61 centavos as the ABC to payments under the contract for the supply and delivery of meteorological instrument for Catbalogan Airport. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement of the project, and the delivery of goods is required within 180 calendar days, and the bidder should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project with the description of an eligible bidder contained in the bidding documents. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedure using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as is specified in the 2016 IRR and RA of 84. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorships, partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest for or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines, and to citizens or organizations of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights to or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from CAAP and inspect the bidding documents at the address during 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the back office, Mia Road, Pasay City. The complete set of bidding documents is available starting 11 April up to May 7, 2024 from CAAP. And upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding document pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 11,200, which is inclusive of the 12% VAT, and the CAAP allows the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees presenting the official receipt. The bidding document may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJEPS and the website of CAAP, provided that the bidder shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address given on or before May 7 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on May 7 at 9:30 a.m. at CAAP back office and or via online conference through Google Meet, and bids will be opened in the presence of the bidder's representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of 9184, without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, bidders may refer to Engineer Leandro R. Varquez as head of the BAC Secretariat at the third floor Supply Procurement Building with the given telephone number. For the instruction to bidders with corresponding BDS, under section 5.3 of the eligible bidders, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be letter A, supply and delivery of meteorological instruments, and B, completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Under subcontracts, section 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed for this project. Under bid prices, section 12 of the ITB, the price of goods shall be quoted DDP at ANS Technical Center, CAAP, Old Mir Road, Pasay City, as defined in the latest Incoterms. And under 12.1 A IV, incidental services for goods offered from within the Philippines includes but are not limited to the following. Number one, all expenses for the processing of permits and licenses shall be part of the price schedule of the equipment. And number two, provision of cables, grounding, surge protection, and other additional or auxiliary electronic electrical adapters, signal converters, connector components, fixtures, interface, fittings, and mounting kits, cable management, etc. for the different equipment to meet operational functional requirements. Prices for these incidentals shall be incorporated the equipment listed in the BOQ of the schedule of requirements to which it is primarily related. Price schedule in the accomplished financial bid form shall be consistent with and reference to all plans, designs, and layouts submitted in the technical bid proposal. Under section 12.1B, II, incidental services for goods offered from abroad includes but are not limited to the following. Number one, all expenses for the processing of permits and licenses shall be part of the price schedule of the equipment. Number two, provision of cables, grounding, surge protection, and other additional and or auxiliary electrical adapters, signal converters, connectors, components, fixtures, interface fittings, cable management, etc. for the different equipment to meet operational and functional requirements. Prices for these incidentals shall be incorporated to the equipment listed in the BOQ and of the schedule of requirements to which it is primarily related. Number three, import licenses and permits. Number four, integration training. Number five, related equipment tests. Number six, installation, operational maintenance, and other forms of manuals and system and circuit diagrams. Price schedules in the accomplished financial bid form shall be consistent with and reference to all plans and designs and layouts as submitted in the technical bid proposal. Under section 14.1 for bid security, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Letter A, in the amount of not less than 195,575 pesos and 97 centavos if the bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or bank guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 488,939 and 93 centavos if the bid security insured is in surety bond. For section 15, for the sealing and marking of bids, each bidder shall submit soft copies of the first and second components of the bid in two separate files in portable document format or PDF form. This is, however, based on the instruction to bidders. Failure of the bidders to comply with the said request shall not be a ground for disqualification. Each bidder shall submit only one original copy of the first and second components of the bid of its bid. On screen is just an illustration on how the bidder shall organize their bid proposal. And some illustration that for the table of contents, index tabs, and pagination as may be indicated or provided by the bidder. Under Section 19, detailed evaluation and comparison of bids, 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The goods are grouped in a single lot, and a lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Under post-qualification, additional requirements to be submitted within a non-extendable period of 5 calendar days from the receipt of the bidder by the bidder of the notice from the back that it submitted the lowest calculated bid. The bidder should submit a soft copies of the first and second components of its bid in 2 separate files in PDF format. And number 2, for applicable items, the bidder shall indicate on a separate sheet using the form revised A for the indicating the brand, type, and model, version, and quantities or units of each of the proposed equipment or subsystems and ancillaries. This document shall be signed by the bidder's authorized representative. Please take note, bidder, that these documents shall be submitted only if you have been pre-qualified. For the signing of contract under 21.1, additional contract documents is the certification under oath attesting that the bidder has no pending case or cases against the government. And number 2, a legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidders against the authority. Again, these documents are required only if you have been awarded of the contract. For the GCC, specific to Section 1, the delivery of goods shall be made by the supplier in accordance with the terms specified in Schedule of Requirements. And for the purpose of this clause, the procuring entity's representative is Engineer Ernesto T. Gagtan Jr. with the following contact number. For the advance payment and terms of payment under Section 2.2, this is a turnkey project. Payment will be after issuance of the project completion certification of CAAP. For Section 4, inspection and test, the inspections and tests that will be conducted are: letter A, verification, inspection of delivered items and conformity to contract specification and certifications. And letter B, verification or inspection of calibration certifications from PAGASA. And lastly, delivery acceptance testing. The bidder should refer to item E of Section 7, technical specifications, in Annex B, meteorological equipment test form. For the schedule of requirements, the project requires 1 lot of meteorological sensor and 1 lot data collection and central processing system, 1 lot telemetry system, fungible mast. This is only 1 lot. There's a correction in this presentation. In the bidding document, we will be issuing a appropriate bid bulletin on this. And 3 lots for meteorological equipment power source, 1 lot for DEB power cable and accessories, and then 1 lot for the delivery, acceptance, and training. For the checklist, the bidder should refer to the last portion of the bidding document, which includes the the checklist for the documents as specified by the GPPB. For the technical envelope, the legal document, which is only the valid field jobs registration certificate, platinum membership, and with all the pages to be submitted, and the listed technical documents, and then the financial documents, all shall be inside the technical component envelope. For the financial component envelope, the bidder is required to include the original and duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and the original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules. The bidder may refer to the GPPB website, the download page on its download page for the standard formats of the following forms as prescribed by the GPPB. For the omnibus sworn statement, performance securing declaration, the price schedules for goods offered from abroad, price schedules for goods offered from within the Philippines, the bid form for the procurement of goods, and lastly, the bid securing declaration. Mr. Chair, we have finished the presentation and the floor is now, we may now open for any clarification or questions from the bidder. The end user is also here to answer any technical queries from the prospective bidders. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. So the floor is now open for any questions for our prospective bidders. Are there any?
We only have one prospective bidder, Mr. Chair, joining us, Ms. Peñaranda, Lenny Peñaranda. Ma'am, do you have any questions or clarifications po? Again, Ma'am Lenny, do you have any questions or clarifications?
Okay, I'm Ceres Tamayo from Domestic Trading Corporation. One clarification is, it's as a requirements, it says that we have to deliver 800 meters, but on the specification section, it's 2,800. So just would like to clarify which section B 6 1.1. The contractor shall supply 2,700 meters. Pero sa requirements, it says that it's only 800 meters.
Yes, good morning. Roland Alarcon from End User Representative. So with the length of the direct courier cable, so it's 800 meters.
Okay, thank you. And the solar panel, it says that we have to supply 3 pieces solar panel, but the solar panel I think we need is only one. What will be your suggestion for this? Okay, wala na?
For the equipment power source, we will require 3 lots because one set will be used for this project, while the other 2 will be a spare and may be used for other airports if needed.
Okay. Another one is you require number 8 XLPE direct burial. Our suggestion is we will use 5.5, accommodations 5.5 mm because if we will use the 8 XLPE, hindi yun papasok sa aming sensors. Hindi siya kasya. We have been doing this also sa Bicol, na nag-require din sila ng number 8, but we use the number 10. Number 10. Kasi ito lang yung, ang 8 hindi talaga makakasya sa unit na, sa sensors.
Yes, but with regards to the design, due to the voltage drop, we cannot compromise. So I think we will just stick to the size of the direct earth burial cable.
Okay, okay. So we cannot use the number 10.
You may use the number 10 going to the
Kasi hindi
equipment.
talaga-
So you might have the option to put a breaker.
Which is okay. I don't think na. Okay, let's check na lang. I'll check with this because it's not included na sa aming system. Next is your redundant CDU. Because we will be measuring only the let's say the wind, temperature, humidity, only 3. So we will offer the ano ba yan? Ano sa atin? It's the server station for, but how about the redundant? Are we going to supply the redundant? Kasi masyado so over specs. No.
Okay, so we will just issue a bid bulletin with regards to that.
But, okay na yung fungible mast na na to na isa lang kasi we will be installing only one net station.
Yes, ma'am. It will be included in the bid bulletin.
One more thing pala, yung sa EMP surge protector, ang brand namin, ang Vaisala has their own surge protector. Can we use that instead of the EMP? Because we have been using that for the past installations efforts dito. And I don't think na okay naman siya. Can we use the Vaisala, our brand surge protector?
Yes, ma'am. We are not particular with the brand. So as long as it can serve the purpose.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Sana pa wala na. Okay, okay. So, sige for... Iyan na lang muna. For the one thing po, excuse me, our system, we will be supplying only one server for this system. So, will this be okay? Kasi wind and lang naman temperature and humidity Kasi parang dalawa medyo alanganin.
Yes, ma'am. The requirements only states one server.
Okay, thank you. Kasi anyway, this will be still under warranty, so di naman siya, I don't think, masisira agad. Okay. As for additional, maybe kung may makita pa kami. Ha? Isa na lang, server. Isa na lang ang server, wala na CDU na additional. Okay, so that's all. That's all. Pag may additional, we'll just prepare a letter for the additional questions that we will be, pag may makita lang kami additional questions within today, we will prepare another letter for this.
Noted.
Thank you, Miss Lenny. Just a reminder, Miss Lenny, that we will be accepting questions, clarifications in writing 10 calendar days before the opening of bids.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Lenny. Mr. Chair, I guess we can now close this item, Mr. Chair, and proceed to the next item, sir.
Yes, Ma'am Vani has her hand raised. Ma'am Vani? Or nabindot lang. In any case, let's proceed, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next item is also a pre-bid conference for the project improvement, renovation of fourth floor Kaap admin building, bid number 24-018-04 Alpha, amounting to 17,784,002 pesos and 62 pesos and 32 centavos, an ADMS project. And for this, Mr. Chair, we have several bidders, prospective bidders who will join us online. Permission to admit, Mr. Chair, and ADMS is now ready to present, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
ADMS, please. Back Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders. ADMS, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to pre-bid conference for the improvement renovation of fourth floor Kaap admin building. With bid number 24-018-04 Alpha. Invitation to bid for the said project with the source of fund Kaap APP FY 2024 with the approved budget for the contract of 17,784,062 pesos and 32 centavos. With a minimum technical personnel requirement of 1 project civil engineer, 1 electrical engineer, 1 mechanical engineer, construction foreman, master electrician, and safety and health officer. With minimum major equipment requirement of 1 dump truck, 1 welding machine, and 1 heat fusing machine. Required pickup license, small b, license category C and D, building and industrial plant, with a project duration of 181 calendar days. Applicable fee for the bidding documents, 28,000, inclusive of 12%. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass or failed criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines back office and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on 11 April 2023 until deadline of submission of bid from given address and websites below, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents, pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 28,000, inclusive of 12% VAT, The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person. Bids must be duly received by the Bank Secretariat through manual submission at the office address as indicated below. On or before May 9, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be on May 9, 2024 at 9:30 at the given address below, or Jitsi Zoom Google Meet. Bids will be opened in the presence of bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 IRR of RA number 9184, without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Under bid data sheet, clause 5.2, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work. These shall be category building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, repair, with the ABC of 17,784,062 pesos and 32 cents. Under ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Under 10.3, valid pickup license or valid special pickup license in the case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cause of the contract for this project. Small b, license category CNT. No other contractor license or permit is required. Under ITB Clause 12, no further instructions. Under 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Under 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Under ITB Clause 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or LCB that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit its updated valid PhilJAP certificate of registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, key personal licenses, and updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with the Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Under ITB Clause 21, the following relevant projects document are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing: construction schedule, bar chart, and S-curve, PERT CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment for improvement renovation of 4th floor Kaap Admin Building. As shown, the proposed floor plan, we have the perspective for entrance, co-working space, office space, lounge. Scope of work, SPL 01, mobilization, demobilization. We have civil works, and under civil works, we have the demolition and disposal. The work includes the supply of labor and equipment necessary to complete the demolition of drywall partition and existing roofing, floor tiles, existing landscape, and removal of lighting fixtures. Air conditioning unit, auxiliary devices, wires, and roughing ins as indicated on the approved plans. The contractor is responsible for the disposal of demolished materials and site cleanup. Masonry works. It includes all materials and labor needed to complete the masonry works as indicated on the approved plan. Concreting works with a total volume of 0.4 cubic meter includes the supply of materials and labor necessary to complete the concreting of comfort room raised flooring as indicated on the approved plans. The strength of concrete will be 3,000 psi. Materials to be used and workmanship must be approved with the project in charge assigned by CAAP. For steelworks, it includes all materials, labor, tools, and equipment needed to complete the fabrication and installation of all structural steel members of ACCU and lounge area, including 2 coats painting of epoxy paint as indicated on the approved plans. Materials to be used and workmanship must be approved by the project in charge assigned by CAAP. Roofing works. All materials, labor, and tools equipment needed to complete the installation of pre-painted reeve-type roofing sheet. Gauge number 24, including gutter, flashings, C-purlins, double-sided insulation on hexagonal galvanized wire netting, and painting of steel members using 2 coats of epoxy paint as indicated on the approved plans. For architectural works, we have the tile works that includes the supply of labor, materials, tools, and equipment needed to complete the installation of tiles using 6 mm thick, 600 mm by 600 mm homogeneous floor tiles, polish, finish, 500 mm by 500 mm polyester carpet tiles, 500 mm by 500 mm nylon carpet tiles, 500 by 500 mm homogeneous floor tiles, polish finish, 300 by 300 mm, 400 by 400 homogeneous outdoor floor tile matte finish. We have also wall tiles, PVC wall panel, WPC wall panel on areas included in the approved plans. The installation and other accessories must have the approval of the project in charge. For ceiling works, includes the supply of labor materials needed to complete the ceiling works using laminated gypsum tiles, MR gypsum board, FR gypsum board, PVC ceiling panel on areas included in the approved plans. Carpentry works with a total area of 660.30 square meters. Painting works includes all materials, labor, and equipment to complete the painting works of the wall. Flat latex paint, semi-gloss, as indicated on the approved plans. Doors and windows includes all materials, labors, and tools for the installation of doors and windows with complete hardware and accessories, including jump and header. Furniture includes the supply, delivery, installation of furniture needed to complete the project using polished aluminum-based high backrest. Need backrest in mesh fabric upholstery with casters. Seat height adjustment and tilt lock feature with head and armrest. Stainless steel frame low backrest in fabric upholstery with armrest. Hardwood frame low backrest sofa in fabric upholstery. Powder coated low backrest bar stool in fabric upholstery with footrest. Powder coated polypropylene material dining chair, hardwood frame, with MDF board, top and side cover. For toilet and fixture accessories, includes the supply of labor, materials, tools, and equipment needed to complete the toilet. For electrical works, lighting and power conduits and fittings, the works includes all material, labor, and equipment, tools for the installation of 1,250 meters of lighting and power conduits. Lighting and power conductors, includes all materials, labor, and equipment, tools for the installation of 22 rolls or 150 meters per roll of lighting and power conductors, including termination accessories to complete the installation. All conductors shall be Underwriters Laboratory or UL listed and shall be tested and pass the insulation resistance test prior to energization. Lighting fixtures, the work includes all materials, labor, and equipment, tools for the installation of 307 sets of lighting fixtures, including standard accessories and other hardware to complete the installation. All lighting fixtures should be tested and commissioned. Electrical wiring devices includes all material, labor, and equipment for the installation of 150 sets of electrical wiring devices, including standard accessories and other hardware to complete the installation. Also, should be tested and commissioned. Telephone and data conduits and fittings, tools and equipment for the installation of 555 meters of telephone and data units, including conduit fittings. Pull wire, utility boxes, pull boxes, hangers, supports, and other hardware, and accessories to complete the installation. Routing of conduits shall be for the approval of the CAA project in charge. All conduits and fittings shall be Underwriters Laboratories listed. Telephone and data cable includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 2 rolls of telephone and data cable, including termination, accessories to complete the installation. All conductors shall be UL listed. Telephone and data devices. All materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 47 sets of telephone and data devices, including standard accessories and other hardware to complete the installation. Multimedia and audio conduits and fittings includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 210 meters of multimedia and audio conduits, including conduit fittings, PVC solvent cement, pop-up floor box with 3-way XLR female connector, and other hardware and accessories to complete the installation. Panel board, circuit breakers, and distribution transformers. Includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 10 assemblies of panel boards, molded case circuit breakers, and closed circuit breakers, and distribution transformer, including other hardware and standard accessories to complete the installation. Also includes the removal and replacement of existing 460 volts main circuit breakers and branches at the panel DPA. Feeder conduits and fittings includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 135 meters of feeder conduits, including conduit fittings, hangers, supports, and other hardware and accessories to complete the installation. Routing of conduits shall be approved by the approval of the CAA project in charge. All units and fittings shall be UL listed. Feeder conductors includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 588 meters of feeder conductors, including termination, accessories, and other hardware to complete the installation. Also includes the termination of main feeder lines from existing 460 volts panel DPA to the proposed 225 kVA dry type transformer, and from transformer to the proposed 230 volts panel MDP at the electrical room. as indicated on the approved plans. All conductors shall be UL listed and shall be tested and pass the insulation resistance test prior to energization. For plumbing works, we have the sewer line system with a total length of 53.92 linear meters. Water line system with a total length of 15.77 linear meters. Storm drainage with a total length of 24.98 linear meters. Mechanical works, air conditioning unit, pipings, and support. Includes all materials, labors, and equipment for the installation of 25 sets of air conditioning units, including copper tubing, drain piping, fittings, rubber insulation, outdoor unit, breaker, wirings, hangers, support, and other accessories to complete the installation as indicated on the approved plans. Air conditioning works should be tested and commissioned. All existing air conditioning units will be dismantled by the Building and Grounds Maintenance Section personnel of CAAP. 12 sets of 7 horsepower or 5-tonner inverter flooring standing type aircon unit with complete standard accessories. 2 sets of 4 horsepower or 3-tonner inverter flooring standing type air conditioning unit with complete standard accessories. 3 sets of 3 horsepower inverter wall-mounted type aircon unit. 2 sets of 2.5 horsepower inverted wall-mounted type air conditioning unit. 4 sets of 1.5 horsepower inverter wall-mounted type air conditioning unit, and 2 sets of 1 horsepower inverter wall-mounted type air conditioning unit. For ventilation, equipment, and accessories, it includes all materials, labor, and equipment for the installation of 14 sets of ventilation equipment, which consists of 2 sets of 600 mm with range hood, 2 sets of 18 inches wall fan, and 10 sets of 12 inches ceiling-mounted exhaust fans. All scopes of work for this item must be in accordance with the approved plans and specifications. Quality and types of materials must conform to specifications and must be approved by the project in charge of the CAAP prior to installation. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety fence, personal protective equipment for staff and workers, and safety inspectors or safety engineers on site while construction is ongoing. Regular safety reports should be accomplished. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory material testing, building and safety permits, survey instruments, energization of the building, and tapping of water line to main necessary in the project implementation. All expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. Checklist of technical and financial documents. Technical component envelope, we have the legal document, valid PhilJEPS registration certificate in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. And special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security. If in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid, with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Under financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Under financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Other documentary requirements, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of labor, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of equipment, and cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. End of presentation. Thank you po. Any questions, clarifications?
Mr. Chair, at this juncture, the technical working group, together with the end user, are now ready to accept questions and clarifications from our prospective leaders. I would just like to remind Mr. Chair, our prospective leaders, for them to be recognized, they have to raise their, to press the raise hand button. May we also request, Mr. Chair, the bidders to indicate your name and the company that you represent in our chat box in order for the back to have records of your attendance for today. Any questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders? Yes po, sir.
Good morning po.
Yes, sir. Kindly state your name and the company you represent, sir, before raising your question, sir.
Okay po. I'm Daniel Angelo Aguila, Business Development Associate from Corbelt, 168 Corbelt po. Ayan. So, sir, ask ko lang, sir, allowed po ba kaming mag-ocular inspection for ano din po?
And you, sir, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are allowed to conduct ocular inspection po.
Okay po. Thank you po.
You just have to coordinate with ADMS, sir, for you to be able to be accommodated during office hours, sir.
Sir, sorry. Kanino po ulit makipag-coordinate?
Kindly coordinate, sir, with the ADMS, the end user of this project, sir.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Any other questions from our prospective bidders?
Sir, good morning. Brooke po from Multiline.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Brook.
Sir, question lang po regarding dun sa nakapost po na ITP sa PhilJeps po. May CCTV po kasing naka-indicate. Tapos yung laman po ng bid docs natin is ito po, yung sa civil works. 7 million po yung nasa ITB, sir, eh, tapos dito 17 million. May iba po bang bid docs regarding dito sa CCTV, sir? Thank you.
Sir, maybe you're referring to other projects po, sir. We have another project which is the proposed CCTV surveillance system control room at ACC building. That is another project po, sir. That's also 7.3 million pesos. So baka hindi po ata yung project na to, yung improvement renovation of fourth floor yung nabuksan niyo, sir. Kindly double check po.
Ay, sige po, sir, i-double check na lang po namin. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Brook, dalawa po yung project natin ng ADMS right now, yung sa CCTV at saka yung renovation ng fourth floor. The ITB or the bid docs are also available sa CAAP website, Mr. Brook. Thank you. Any
Sige
other
po, sir.
questions?
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat. Any other questions po from our prospective bidders? Yes po, ma'am. Ma'am Preachy.
Hello po, good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, question lang ng allowable working hours para po dito sa project natin.
End user, please.
Ma'am, ang allowable po natin is 8 to 5, pero pwede po kayo mag-extend.
Sir, sorry, 8 to 5.
Ipa-finalize po natin ma'am yung working hours niya during sa pre-con na po. Kasi baka mamaya may mga further instructions sa ODG. Halimbawa, ayaw nilang may istorbo ng mga ibang oras po. During pre-con lang, pinag-uusapan po yan.
Any other questions? Clarifications? Kung wala na po, we just like to remind our prospective bidders that you may still submit or ask our back secretariat, submit your written questions or clarifications 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. Mr. Chair, having no other questions or clarifications, we can now close this item, Mr. Chair, and proceed to the next, sir.
All right, thank you. Let's proceed to the next item for pre-bid conference, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. To all our prospective bidders, thank you for attending today. You are now excused if you are not joining our next item or next project. Secretariat, please. The next item, Mr. Chair, on our agenda is the presentation of the pre-bid conference for the proposed CCTV surveillance system control room at ACC building. This is a rebid with a bid number 23-051-10 alpha amounting to 7,350,942 pesos and 86 centavos, an ADMS project. And we also have, Mr. Chair, bidders for this requesting them to be admitted in our meeting room. ADMS is also here, Mr. Chair, to present the bid documents. ADMS, please.
Good morning, everyone. This is the pre-bid conference for the proposed CCTV and surveillance system control room at ACC building. So this is the as-built plan on site. The proposed floor plan of the CCTV surveillance center. And the perspectives of the operation command area. The supervisor's office. The lobby. And the conference room. So the procurement of the proposed CCTV surveillance system control room at ACC building at CAAP main office rebid, bid number 23051, then alpha. So the project title is Proposed CCTV and Surveillance System Control Room at ACC building. The source of fund is the APPCY 2023 projects, GOCC and GFIS corporate operating budget. And the approved budget for the contract is 7,350,942 pesos and 86 centavos. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invites bids for the above procurement project. Prospective bidders should possess the following: for the technical personnel, 1 project civil engineer, 1 electrical engineer, 1 construction foreman, 1 master electrician, 1 master plumber, and 1 construction safety and health officer. For the equipment, 1 unit chipping gun, 1 manual bar cutter, 1 bag concrete mixer, 1 portable welding machine, and 1 heat fusing machine. The pickup license is small B license category C and D, building and industrial plant. So required pickup license, small B license category C and D. The duration is 90 calendar days, inclusive of 0 unworkable or rainy days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 11,200 pesos, inclusive of the 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the back secretariat through manual submission at the office address as indicated below on or before May 9, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid openings shall be on May 9, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address below and or Jitsi, Zoom, Google Meet. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Under ITB Clause 5.2, the bidder must have experience of having a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be building construction or improvement, rehabilitation, or repair. ABC is 7,350,942.86 pesos. Under ITB Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Under 10.3, valid PCAV license or a valid special PCAV license in case of a joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project. So small B license category C and D, building and industrial plant. No other contract license or permit is required. So under ITB Clause 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. So for the key personnel, civil engineer, the electrical engineer, construction foreman, master electrician, master plumber, and the construction safety and health officer must have a general experience of 5 years in general engineering and relative experience of 3 years in building industrial plant. Under 15.1, the bid security shall be in form of a bid securing declaration or any following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier, manager's check, bank draft or guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Under 9.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of the bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Under 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and the conditions shall submit its valid PhilJebs registration, certificate of registration, latest income and business tax returns filed through the electronic filing and payment system, business license and permits required by law, the latest audited financial statements, P personal licenses, statement identifying the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, and the updated status of all ongoing contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, issued by the government agency or private concern. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for the award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance to Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Under ITB Clause 21, the following relevant projects documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. Construction schedule, bar chart, and S-curve, PERT CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and the equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. So the proposed CCTV surveillance system control room at the ACC building. Special conditions of the contract. Under GCC Clause 3.1, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines shall give possession of all the parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Under 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractors all risk insurance prior to the signing of the contract. Under 7.2, in case of permanent structures, such as buildings of type 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete, which comply with the relevant structural codes, for example, DPWH standards and specifications, such as but not limited to steel or concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures, 15 years. Under 10, no day works are applicable to the contract. Under 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Under 15.1, the date by which operating and manual maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built plans are required is upon the completion of the project. PDF, AutoCAD file of the as-built plans shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. Under 15.2, the amount to withheld for the failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. So the checklist of the technical and financial documents. So the technical component envelope, Class A documents, the legal documents, a field jobs registration certificate. For the technical documents, a statement of prospective bidder of all ongoing government and private contracts, a statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, a special PCAB license in case of joint ventures, and an original copy of the bid security. So for project requirements, a organizational chart for the contract to bid, list of contractors' key personnel, and the list of contractors' major equipment units, and the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation. So for the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, and for Class B documents, a duly signed joint venture in accordance to RA number 4566 and its IR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that this bid is successful. The financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and other documentary requirements under RA 9184, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of the construction materials, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of the labor, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of equipment, the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. So the project technical details. So the scope of work, the project covers the supply of labor, materials, mobilization or demobilization, tools or equipment, and construction-related permits necessary for a proposed CCTV surveillance system controls room at ACC building, with the following scope of works, which shall be done in accordance with approved plans, specification, and provision of contract. The details of work are at best enumerated below, but be noted that the contract includes all works and services, although not specifically mentioned herein, but are needed to fully complete the project. So SPL number 1, mobilization, demobilization. SPL number 2, the construction and safety health program. So for civil works or structural works, the site works, the work includes all materials, equipment, and labor for site works, including demolition of existing contract slab and fill, dismantling of existing window, demolition of existing partial walls, excavation, backfill, soil poisoning, gravel base, and disposable works. So the total area of works is 469.808 square meters. For the concrete works, the volume of the concrete is 13.54 cubic meters. Reinforcing bars is 240.24 kilograms. And the formworks is 8.39 square meters. Masonry works. The total area of masonry works is 21.84 square meters. And item number 2 for architectural works, the tiling works. And its area is 224.26 square meters. The painting works. The total area of painting works is 614.43 square meters. The seating works. Its area is 160.92 square meters. For the carpentry works, and its area of 344.87 square meters. For doors and windows, it has a number of 14 doors has a number of 14 sets, while the windows has a number of 4 sets. For the glass works, a total area of 18 square meters. For the electrical works, lighting and power conduits and fittings, the work includes materials, labor, and equipment tools for the installation of 531 meters of lighting and power conduits, including conduit fittings, pull wire, utility boxes, junction boxes, pull boxes, hangers, supports, and other hardware and accessories. The lighting and power conductors. This work includes material, labors, and equipment tools for the installation of 14 rows of lighting and power conductors, including the termination accessories as indicated on the approved plans. The lighting fixtures. The work includes material, labor, and equipment tools for the installation of the following 59 sets of lighting fixtures, including standard accessories as indicated in the approved plans. The electrical wiring devices. The work includes material, labor, and equipment tools for the installation of the following 42 sets of electrical wiring devices, including standard accessories and indicated on the approved plans. The panel board and circuit breakers. The work includes the materials, labor, and equipment tools for the installation of 15 assemblies of panel boards and enclosed circuit breakers, including other hardware and accessories. For the feeder conduits and works, the work includes material, labor, and equipment tools for the installation of 48 meters of feeder conduits, including conduit fittings, pull wires, pull boxes, hangers, supports, and the other hardware and accessories to be complete the system. Feeder conductors. The work includes material, labors, and equipment tools for the installation of 200 meters of feeder conductors, including termination of accessories as indicated on the approved plans. The mechanical works. So the work includes all materials, labor, equipment to complete the supply and installation of air conditioning units. So for 2 sets of floor standing split type ACU inverter, 2 sets of wall mounted split type ACU inverter, 1 set of wall mounted split type ACU inverter, and 2 sets of wall mounted split type ACU inverter. So the plumbing works, the site works. The work includes all materials, labor, and equipment to complete the excavation backfill, gravel bedding, and sand bedding of pipe trenches and other covered areas not mentioned but indicated on the approved plans. The sewer line system. The work includes all materials, labor, equipment, tools, and materials testing to complete the sewer line system, including the roughing ins of the pipes, installations, and attachment to all necessary fixtures, provision of pipe fittings, accessories, pipe sleeves, pipe tags, and miscellaneous and consumables, and connection to the main sewer for the proper disposal of the waste, as approved plans. The water line system. The work includes all materials, labor, and equipment, tools, and material testing to complete the cold water line system, including the roughing in of the pipe, installation, and attachment to all necessary fixtures, provision of pipe fitting and accessories hanger, support pipe sleeves, pipe tags, miscellaneous, and consumables are as per approved plans. And for the furniture. So that's all po. Thank you. Any clarification?
Thank you. Mr. Chair, we are now open for questions, clarifications from our prospective bidders. And reminder to our prospective bidders for this project, kindly indicate your name and the company you represent at our chat box in order for us to have records of your attendance for today. Any questions po or clarifications from our prospective bidders? Mr. Brook, you're raising your hand po. Questions po, clarifications? If wala na po, we would just like to remind our prospective bidders that you can still submit your questions or clarifications to our back secretariat by writing us an email or through letters 10 calendar days before the opening of bids.
Through the
Last
chair,
call po. Yes, sir. Sir.
how many would-be bidders ang nag-join?
Sir, meron pong 2 bidders. Yung si Mr. Brook and one from Miss Mangalindan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So again, Mr. Chair, we are now ready to close this item, considering that no other questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders.
All right, thank you, Attorney Frank. With that, let's close this item. Let's proceed to the next item. Before, let's dismiss the bidders. Thank you for joining today's back conference.
Thank you, sir. Permission to...
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir. Thank you, sir.
Alis na ako. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jen B.